I think the process of organization building is really interesting.
Yeah.
And even how you scale yourself, scale your organization is really meaningful. So is there any kind of a regular process around how this is all considered, or is it all still kind of like ad hoc, as needed?
This inside look at Project Maven reveals how AI is changing warfare. Check this video out.
Like, only when people are begging for something do we give it oxygen.
Well,
attention.
it's not a begging thing necessarily. It's just because it's not. It's really. Let me see if I can give you a more. So each of our teams is really set up where we have a lead. You know, like if you're, and we have a lead that's kind of leading the whole thing, and then we have a technical lead, and then someone like myself is kind of there, involved in the strategy of it all. And we just meet routinely and regularly enough that it just doesn't feel like a process. So
it's a cadence of communication.
Yeah, that it's so, I mean, I sometimes our customers will say, of course, you know everything, that everyone on your team knows everything we just said in like a matter of 10 minutes. But it's like, yeah, because
that teamwork isn't about heavy bureaucracy or endless protocols. It's about trust, clarity, and a consistent rhythm of communication that drives action. When everyone knows what's going on in real time, decisions happen faster and smarter. Flat hierarchies like this tear down walls and create true collaboration. That kind of openness fuels innovation and agility. It's a competitive advantage. This is exactly how modern tech leaders keep their teams sharp and future ready.
We think it's important to share everything. You know, there's no stovepipe, because there is no hierarchy in a way where like I said, like the most junior person on the team that maybe just joined 6 months ago should know how I feel about the strategy and where the direction of the thing is, and they should know how the senior engineer feels. So I know it's like, I think people always want to be like, but there is a process. And even in the last year, there have been a few people that have joined, and everyone tried to tell them before they joined, well, it's very flat and there's not a lot of processes. And they were like, yeah. And then they joined and they were like, holy crap, you were right. There isn't, it's flat and there's no, and, sometimes maybe that creates like some sort of chaos because but it's good chaos. The other thing I think about it, and this is kind of a little bit tangential, but I think important, is to Dr. Karp's comment of like, he's created a colony of artists and that's what he supports. The other reason that it works is because everyone knows what each other is good at and also what they're bad at. And they trust that when, someone says, hey, I think we should do this, and that person is like really good at what that thing is or what that suggestion is, there's just an unwavering amount of trust in, okay, that person's right, And whether that's like my contracting officer and he tells me the strategy of how he thinks we should approach a contract, or like an engineer or it's like, I just have extreme faith in what they do because they're a craftsman, they're an artist in everything they do. And I'm not a contracting officer. I don't know all the ins and outs of things, but I have to put extreme faith in them. And so whether it's a decision like that or what we should invest in, I really, really believe that we're cultivating the people that are the best at that. And so I really trust their decisions.
This is exactly what modern teamwork should look like. Flat, transparent, and built on deep trust. The absence of rigid processes creates a kind of good chaos that sparks innovation. When everyone knows each other's strengths and weaknesses, decisions aren't just guesses, they're rooted in expertise. Trusting the experts in their crafts leads to confident, faster choices. This is a bold rejection of outdated hierarchies. It's the future of how teams will build breakthrough technologies.
Comes back to people.
Yes, it
comes
does.
back to people. No, it is. Look, at some point you have to accept it, because I think a lot of us who are on the outside, you look at it and you're like, well, there's got to be something there.
Yeah.
No, this is really what it is. This is how it works. I want to make sure we spend a little bit of time talking about one of your biggest programs and current portfolios, which is Project Maven. And it's been really fun to see over the last few months as this has become a little bit more public. I mean, interestingly, you said you interviewed with Google out of grad school. Yeah. And ironically, you guys are very much you took the opposite path, and now Google is back and they're working with defense, and we don't shame them anymore.
Everyone's excited about it.
Everybody's happy about it. Project Maven, talk to us about what this has meant to Palantir as a company and to you as a leader in the company over the last, almost 10 years now at this point, right?
So we started work on Project Maven in 2018.
Okay, so not quite 10. So
six. I'm like, I can't do simple addition anymore. Well, first of all, I think it's the most important work that we do at the company. I think Dr. Karp would agree, and he mentioned it this morning in his talk, and he mentions it, oftentimes to our commercial customers and government customers alike. To me, what it has meant is really bringing the best and brightest and cutting edge AI to the warfighter in a way that they actually understand how to use it. They can use it. They can reap the benefits of AI.
Project Maven represents the heart of what Palantir stands for, applying advanced AI where it matters most. This work isn't just about technology, it's about empowering people in critical situations. The fact that they've been dedicated to this program for years shows deep commitment, not just a quick pivot. It's a bold move to lead where others hesitate, and it speaks to the company's mission-driven culture. This is innovation with purpose. It highlights how responsible AI can be a force for good, especially when trusted experts guide its use.
We started as a small pilot in 2018. I think we had conviction because we believed in the fearless leader that Colonel Kukor, who was the man that created Project Maven, and we knew him from his time with the Marine Corps, and we believed that he was a pathfinder, which he is and was. And I think I don't know that we knew we would be where we are today, but I think over the last year, just seeing every day how many more people say that they want Project Maven and that they want Maven Smart System is really. I'm really proud of that. Yeah. And I think as a company, we're really proud of that. I mean, I often joke that I can go away from my computer for a few hours and come back, and there's another request in there where someone says, hey, we have this and we want more of it, or, how do we scale this? I think if you were to go up to every combatant commander here and ask them about Project Maven, they would all tell you that they're utilizing it. Yeah. And, or almost every. There's a few places that it's not, and hopefully that'll change in 2025.
Project Maven's trajectory from a pilot to a nearly universal tool for combat commanders is a testament to what visionary leadership and unwavering conviction can achieve. This isn't just about AI, it's about having the right people who believe deeply in the mission. The fact that the team consistently sees requests pouring in to scale the program shows that this technology is delivering real, measurable value on the ground. You don't see this kind of demand for every project, especially in such a high stakes environment. This speaks volumes about the quality and usability of what Palantir has built. It also highlights the company's ability to combine cutting-edge technology with a human-centric approach. It's clear that Project Maven isn't just important for defense, it's a blueprint for innovation that others should study and emulate